How's it going, guys? I'm Shapestorm here. Today we're going to be playing Fortnite Battle Royale, and this game is actually not live. I got this win yesterday, and I'm just going to be going over what I did right, what I did wrong, what the enemy did right, what they did wrong, and just some tips and tricks on how to get top 10, how to win, or just survive longer in Fortnite. So the first thing is first, you want to land somewhere that is kind of away from everyone else. Basically, don't land at Tilted if you want to win all the time. What I'm doing right now is that I'm going to be landing at Snobby Shores because it's kind of far away from everything and everyone. It's on the shore, so most of the time you're going to have to run from the storm, which I am. I'm almost going to be caught from it because I wanted to get more loot. And that's another thing too, is that whenever you land somewhere far away from everything, all of that loot is for you. It has your name on it. No one can get it because no one is there. So that's a good thing. You want as much loot as possible, and you want good loot. And right now I'm about to get my usual setup, which is assault rifle, SMG or a LMG, a shotgun, and I'm actually liking the TAC more than the pump now. And after that, I usually have a sniper or some sort of grenade launcher or rocket launcher, and then I may have a chug jug, minis, or shields as the last spot. So I'm actually speeding this up right now because it is a long time since I see some action, and this is actually a low kill game, but that's okay because most of the time whenever you land far away, you're not going to see a lot of people because everyone usually tend to go to the populated spots because those spots, they're in the middle, so that way they don't really have to run a far distance, or there's a lot of loot, or they just are they're thirsty for kills, and that's why people go to Tilted basically, because there's a lot of action, it's fast paced, and the loot is good. Whereas Snobby, it's far away from everything, but the loot is decent or good, most of the time at least. Right here, I do have some good loot. I got my usual setup, so now I'm just kind of basically trying to find people, and I'm trying to go in the circle. So right here now I actually have two big shields, so that way if I get shot, then I can just get back to full shield. Alright, we're going to slow it down right now because we see some building going on. We see someone right there. We're going to take a shot in a little bit, but we were too slow. That's one thing that you don't want to do. Sometimes I'm too slow whenever I have a sniper. I want to make sure that I get the right shot, because that's what you got to do whenever you're sniping. You got to be a perfectionist, but you also don't want to be slow at doing so. So right here, I think one person is about to die. I also picked up that purple LMG because we don't want that blue one compared to the blue one. No, I just now said something wrong. I want the purple one instead of the blue one. Right here, we take a quick shot. We weren't too slow, we weren't the fastest, but we made sure that we got our hit. We didn't get a headshot because I don't think we definitely weren't aiming for the head right there. But yeah, we still got the body shot, and thankfully they weren't full shield or anything, so it was a one-shot kill, at least for us. Now we're just kind of being loot fiends right now. We're getting all of the loot that we can. There is more loot in Tilted, but I don't really want to risk going in the middle because then I'm not really sure if anyone is going to be sneaking up on me. I dropped my purple LMG for some reason. I think I picked up impulses instead, which I don't want. I need that LMG. Right here, we're going to go to this mountain, or like this hill by Tilted. And we actually see someone on top. They're in Omega, and they got one or two good shots, maybe even a headshot. I'm not really sure. Which that means that I need to get more shield. So thankfully we have two big shields. We're only going to use one because right here they just now shot off the roof, which is good. They should have put more pressure, which they are doing, but now he's kind of jumping out, and if I were him, I would have stayed on that hill. I would have just gotten closer on the hill and built, because I would have had a better advantage than this person. I guess if I was him, I would have had a better advantage over me, Right here, he made the mistake of dropping down to where I am, and he was super close to where I could rush him, which was a bad move on him. Me, I just built so that way I can get to him, and I was successful on building to him, and I just took some LMG shots, got his shield off, and I took one shotgun shot and he died. And all I had to do was just use one of my big shields, use my last big shield, and now he actually had a chug jug, so now I have a chug jug, so that's great. He also had a purple scar. I'm going to pick that up, or I picked that up because that was in the past. Reload that LMG just in case if we get into another close quarters gunfight. Right here, I'm going to the edge of the circle because I don't really want to go to the next circle right now. I want to make sure that no one is behind me. That's a good thing that you want to do sometimes if you don't want to play in the middle of the circle, which isn't always the best thing, because yes, you are safe from the storm, but you aren't going to be safe from other players. In fact, you may be rushed by 2 or 3 other people at once, which isn't the best situation. Right here, I'm going to take a quick shot at this guy. I don't know how that wasn't a headshot. Maybe it landed on his shoulder, but we still landed that shot. So now he's kind of freaking out. He's shooting back at me, but I'm building, I'm backing up so that way I can build. He's building up a 1x1, and he's building that up pretty fast, but he poked his head out. He poked out for too long, and he poked out too much to where and he stayed still. You never want to stay still whenever you're far away, or just in general. You never want to be going in a straight line. Right here, I wanted to see if I picked up a launch pad. I think you always want to be unpredictable. You want to be jumping around. You want to be going side to side. Never go in a straight line. He popped up for too long, stayed still. Me, I was able to get that last sniper shot, and he died. So right here, I'm getting more wood. I didn't pick up all of that wood whenever I killed the Omega skin. Speaking of skins, we're actually using the Omen skin. I think this guy is super cool. I kind of wish, actually no, I don't wish anything about this guy. I think his cape is super cool. Actually, if that cape was darker, if his armor was a little bit darker instead of multiple shades of blue, like the cape, if the cape was blue and black, then I would be able to use this on John Wick, and that would be super cool. But that's not the case. The cape still looks pretty sick. So right here, we're going into the next circle. There's only 4 people left, which is not a lot of people. We only have 3 kills though. We're only going to take out 2 other people. And right here, I'm getting to the circle. I'm getting on this hill. I'm going to get the high ground, but the hill to the southern direction to the right, yeah, to the right, that is more in the center of the circle, which right now I do want, and I see someone already getting up there, so I'm like, well, I need to build and race him to get up there first, or at the same time, but I'm gonna get there a little bit after him, but he's not gonna be paying attention to my side, so I'm gonna catch him a tiny bit off guard right about now. I was fortunate enough to get 2 headshots or 3 shots with the tac shotgun, which is, he should die within 3 shots with the tac shotgun. If he didn't die, I would have been pretty mad. But he did weaken us a lot. We're using that chug jug. What he did wrong is that he didn't really use a shotgun. I mean, he shot me once and then he switched to an AR, which usually works, but in this case, the bloom got the best of him, and fortunately for me, I got 3 shots with the tac shotgun. He had a chug jug and a gold RPG. We're gonna pick both of those up. We're gonna drop the LMG for the RPG, and yeah, we're just gonna pick that chug jug up. So right here, I'm gonna get on top of the hill, which you always want the natural high ground, because if you have the high ground in a 1x1 or something like that, the enemy can easily shoot that down, and you might even get fall damage, or someone can easily ramp up and kill you. But if you are super high up on a mountain, they can't shoot the mountain, and the mountain is gonna just crumble. So they're gonna have to build up. If you have a headset, you're probably gonna hear them coming to you. So that's pretty good. Right here, since we don't really have to go anywhere, we're just gonna kind of chill up here. We're gonna build a 1x1 pretty soon out of metal, because metal is the strongest resource, which usually by the end I have a good amount of metal, and that's kind of one of my favorite things to do in the end. Y'all have seen it multiple times by me before. I build a metal 1x1 because if it's wood, they can easily shoot it, and I'm going to be panicking, whereas if I have enough time to make a metal 1x1, then that's going to be even better, because it can withstand maybe 1 or 2 rockets, whereas wood, that's going to be knocked down in 1 to 2 rockets. Right here, we almost shot that guy out of the sky. That would have been amazing if we did, but we were slightly off. But now we know that one guy is at least near the river, and we still have the high ground on that guy. But we don't know where exactly he is. Right here, I do hear RPG shots. I see a 1x1. That means that both players are under me, and I know basically where at least one of them is. The guy who launch padded, I lost track of him. I can't really see him anymore. But this guy in the 1x1, he's just going to be staying there for a long time. Also, whenever you're in a 1x1, you never want to poke your head out too much, or if you have the high ground like I do, you never really want to poke any of yourself out, because the only shot that you're going to be able to give your enemy is a headshot, and if they land that headshot, you're either going to be super weak if that's with the scoped AR, thermal AR, or just a regular AR. But if it's with the sniper, you're gonna say bye bye. Right here, I'm just kind of scouting the area, because I still know where one of the people where one of them is. They built another 1x1, and I could have RPG'd them right there, but I didn't really want to. Right here, since no one is really showing themselves, I'm just going to get this chest. There is another one on top of that bust, but I didn't really want to pick it up. Right now I'm about to build a launch pad so that way I can get to the other high ground, the other highest area, because that's always what you want to do. You always want to be in the highest area. High ground isn't everything, but it definitely does help you increase your chances of winning, or just winning a gunfight, winning the game. It just helps you in the long run. So now I'm basically right over this one guy. And the other person, there's gonna be a shed off in the distance, and I'm gonna shoot it with a rocket launcher. That tree was in my line of sight, so I broke that down. Right now I'm just gonna bombard this guy that's under me with some rockets. Make sure that he's still in there, maybe land a lucky shot, but eventually I don't. Gonna spam some AR shots at him, kind of make him scramble, panic. Storm is closing in. Also, since I fell out, I need to get back up, and I don't really want to build a ramp just in case if the other person sneaks up on behind me, whatever. I don't really want to build a ramp so that way they can get above me right away. So I'm shooting at that shed where I think the other person is, and he is. Just now landed one shot, or one rocket. We're also going to be shooting him with an AR by now. He's shooting back. I kind of get back in my 1x1 because I don't want him to land a lucky headshot. and sadly he died by the storm. Could have had 6 kills, but 5 is gonna do. If we get the win, or whenever we get the win, 5 is gonna do. That's what basically matters. By now, since I know that this guy is last alive, I'm just gonna spam him with AR shots and RPG shots. I landed 2 right there, took off 60 of his shield, so that means that if he doesn't have big shields, he's not gonna be able to get back to full shield. Now I'm just spamming him, trying to make him, I'm basically making him panic. He's out in the open. He actually landed either 1 or 2 shots maybe. I think that was actually a headshot, which I could have used my Chug Jug, but this I wanted to keep on spamming AR so that way he wouldn't be able to heal up. Not only that, but if he landed another shot, then I could have used the Chug Jug, but we ended up gunning him down. And yeah, so guys, that's basically how to increase your chances on winning or getting a better spot. You just kind of want to stick to the sides, land in an area by yourself, and just be smart. Be smart. Well guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment down below, share this video, favorite this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.